Hi, Cory. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And so why has data become an important component of investing and operating a self-storage business?
Well, certainly in the last 3 years, it's become very important because there's so many people building new facilities everywhere, right? So understanding first and foremost, if someone's building a new facility around me is a critical component, and that's where data comes in to help you understand that. And the second piece is to the extent that they are building around you or you're building one yourself, is really understanding the pricing of what's going on in the area to where you can effectively manage this new facility, or you can manage around this new guy that just built down the street from you. We've tried to make certainly as much data and analysis available to people as possible. You can go to radiusplus.com, which is our website, and it's a full analytics platform that you actually get a bunch of free sessions to use when you log in, but it allows you to see, what pricing is in your area at all your competitors, what new supply is in the area, what current supply, what open facilities there are, facilities that have recently opened, and allows you to take all that and really run some analysis to figure out what's going on in that area.
And how can owners and investors use this data to make a better informed decision?
Well, one of the things that we see with certain facilities as older mom and pop style businesses is that they never change their pricing throughout the year, right? And demand is very seasonal, right? In the summertime, there's a lot of people that need self-storage. In the winter, not so much. So adjusting your price based on how much demand there is a really important element of how you can make more money, right? So part of that is knowing what your competitors are charging. Because to the extent during the summer times, if their prices are up at $100 for a 10 by 10 and you're at 50, then you're leaving a lot of money on the table. And if they're at 30 in December and you're at 50, then you're not going to get any customers. So data is important to help people make decisions in a much more informed manner. And that's just one example, but ultimately kind of a concrete one of how people can kind of take that and do something with it. So one of the things that this cycle, we're in a kind of the peak of a development cycle right now. And one of the reasons that we're in this development cycle is that you've had a lot of development activity occurring without anybody knowing what the other person's doing, right? So there could be a new project down the street that I didn't know because I didn't really have a resource to be able to understand that someone was doing that. Data sets are going to continue to evolve. So no one shares their occupancy data today for the most part, right? So how many units are filled up in my building, I don't really tell that to anybody. Whereas if you look in multifamily, hotels, basically every other real estate asset class, they're sharing all that data because there's much more value to be created by knowing that information than downside in sharing it with other people. And that's one of the areas that we're focused on right now, is creating a network in Radius where if you share your occupancy into the network, then you see others that are sharing their occupancy into the network. And so you only see the others that are sharing with you, and you only share with others that are sharing with you as well. So it creates the right incentive system that hopefully we think that's an example of one of the data sets that over time will evolve and help people make even more informed decisions.